Good morning. It's a Monday, and I am here to share some details on A, how Saturday night was in downtown Ybor, and B, information about a song being played at some of the stores around town that's supposed to be Halloween related when it may actually not be. First, Saturday night in downtown Ybor, which was an absolute blast for me. My original intent was to go to the castle because they were having their Halloween party on that night. But as I figured, the lineup outside of that venue was way too long. I saw that, I'm like, I'm going to the catacombs, another underground club, which is a few steps away from the castle. I go there, I hang around for about close to 40 minutes. I noticed it was starting to get packed just as well. So I left and started browsing around 7th Avenue in downtown Ybor. And as last year, I was getting a lot of mad respect and love from the people there. I was dressed as a Jedi in black. And as I figured, people were calling me Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, a couple of Darth Vaders thrown here and there. People throwing out Star Wars quotes and references. In fact, one of the DJs in the club upstairs noticed me, and he said, "We have Luke Skywalker in Ybor tonight." Now, in all that, there was no mention of Kylo Ren, which proves to the idiots at Disney that they should have made him a lot more fierce, a lot more reckless, a lot more villainous, other than the emo kid that he was in the sequel trilogy. Pay attention, Disney. I had a good time. Now, I've been thinking yesterday at my work about possibly wearing the same outfit this coming Thursday. I'm off on that day, so which gives me time to head to the castle earlier in advance. We'll see how that plays out. Now on to the song, as I mentioned, that's supposed to be Halloween related, when it may not actually be. A couple of times when I go to various stores like Winn-Dixie, Goodwill, I hear the song Ghost Town by the Specials being played. Now, for those who do not know who the Specials were, they were a two-tone ska group out of the UK, consisting of both black and white members. They're best remembered for their song A Message to You, Rudy, from their first album. Now, Ghost Town came out in 1981, and I guess the programmers at the grocery store radio stations figured, hey, it's Halloween. The title of the song is Ghost Town. The way the song is arranged, it kind of has that eerie feel to it. But actually, the song itself is about an entirely different subject. Let me read it for you. Evoking themes of urban decay, unemployment, and violence in inner cities, the song is remembered for being a hit at the same time as riots were occurring in British cities. I remember reading about that. Internal tensions within the band were also coming to a head when the single was being recorded, resulting in the song being the last single recorded by the original 7 members before splitting up. The song was hailed as a contemporary UK music press as a major piece of popular social commentary. And all 3 of the major UK music magazines at the time awarded the song Single of the Year. It also was the 12th best-selling single in the UK in that year, 1981. Now, the song was also inspired by a lot of hardship that the band members saw just as well while on tour. There were a lot of violence erupting at some of their shows. And according to their ex-keyboard player, Jerry Dammers, the band witnessed sights that reflected the depressed mood of a country gripped by recession. Dammers told one publication, quote, "You traveled from town to town, and what was happening there was terrible. In Liverpool, all the shops were shuttered up. Everything was closing down. We could actually see it by touring around. You could see the frustration and the anger in that audience. In Glasgow, there were these little old ladies on the streets selling their household goods, their cups, their saucers, dinner plates. It was unbelievable. It was clear that something was very, very wrong." In 2011, he mentioned, quote-unquote, "The overall sense I wanted to convey was impending doom. There were weird, diminished chords. Certain members of the band resented the song and wanted the simple chords they were used to playing on the first album. It's hard to explain how powerful it sounded. We almost have been written off, and then, boom, Ghost Town came out of the blue." You gotta remember, UK was going through a whole lot of issues around that time. In fact, years before, in 1977, Britain was going through the exact same thing, which spawned one of the best albums from Pink Floyd, Animals. Combine that hardship going on with the George Orwell story, Animal Farm, and boom, you got one badass thrust of an album that the Floyd did that year. When you kind of think about it, it does seem like a horror story. The country that you grew up in now falling into decay, recession, unemployment, hardship. It's depressing. It's getting heartbreaking. So in a lot of ways, Ghost Town may be not really a Halloween tune, but somewhat of a horror story. The horror of what's going on with the world around you. Now, as mentioned, it was the last song that the group put it out before disbanding. 3 members of the group were later put together, the Fun Boy 3. In fact, also let me throw in this fact. The singer of the Specials, Terry Hall, apparently he had an affair with Jane Wiedlin of the Go-Go's. In fact, they talked about their affair in their classic hit, Our Lips Are Sealed. So there you go, folks. So how was your weekend? Was it good like mine was? Did you have fun? Or what are your thoughts about what I talked about regarding the Specials song? Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, enjoy your Monday. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button and notification bell. I'll see you later.